Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV. I'm your host, Jem, and let's cue the intro.
Know how I'm here, and it's you that I want and need. Feel your heartbeat. Feel somewhere you're looking good. Feel your heartbeat. Feel somewhere you're looking good.
Yes, people. Welcome back to the show. Sorry about the delay. Obviously, I'm pretty sure half of you already know why we was delayed. That we were not going to touch base with that today. We're going to try and delve into a bit of football, something that actually brought us all together originally, and allowed me to meet the individuals that are currently here today with us. Prime, how are you, man? You all right? You good?
Chelsea won today, and I have 1K followers on Twitter, so I don't know. It is what it is.
Win-win, isn't it? Prime, win-win in that sense. Danny boy?
What are you saying,
good?
Man?
All good, my man?
Yeah.
Feeling good? Good. All right, let's just quickly read some of these chats and we'll delve into the stream. Big up to you, Jim, for yeah. Thank you, my man. Big up, yeah. Thank you. I'm here, guys. Big up, Jim. Does so much for everyone. Well, it feels like it. I always seem to be in the middle of it, to be fair. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm here to support my family. Hi, everyone. Absolutely class, Jim, for exposing evil in society. I can't stand this world. It's just horrible. It is indeed. And it's just really good to see so many people backing it. Do you know what I mean? We are going to talk about Jorginho. That's going to be one of the things and topics that we'll be going into today. I know Danny's actually excited to have this conversation with me. I can tell by his face. So we will definitely be touching with that. Big up. Yeah, thank you, my man. Thank you. Yeah, let's just touch on the game. We'll start with you, Dan. Overall, what was your views of the game and how we performed through the 90 minutes?
I think the best word to use is professional. It was a professional performance, and when you perform professionally, and you can still see where the team can improve, that's the best thing possible. I think Tuchel did a good job in managing the squad in terms of how he set out his team. I'm sure when we saw the lineup, everyone was thinking, "Wait, what the hell?" Like we were thinking, "Boy, I don't know how this is going to go," but give the new manager a chance. And look, I'm willing to give him a chance. Because what he's doing is he's assessing the squad fairly, giving people time and giving them a chance to show themselves, to really put a marker. Because I honestly don't believe this three at the back is what he's going forward with. I think this is what he's going to use in some games, just so that the team has an idea of it while still trying to implement his idea. So the performance, professional, with so much room for improvement.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Prime, what were your thoughts on the game? Obviously, it was quite impressive the way how quick we sort of picked up Tuchel's ideas seems to be the one that impressed me the most. But how did you feel about the performance overall today, mate?
He's treating these two games like a preseason friendly. You know what I mean? Like he's assessing, again, and I said this on the terrace as well, assessing what he has, what works, what doesn't. And I know people are going to say it's annoying making the comparison to Lampard, but you kind of have to. Like Lampard should have, because no one got a preseason, right? Maybe one game he got to play, 1 or 2 games.
Yeah.
No one got a preseason, so we're all on the same level start of the season. Frank should have used those first 2-3 games to assess the squad, what he has, what works, what doesn't. And yeah, people can say, well, it's pressure games. You can't drop points that early in the season, but I don't know. I like what he implemented at the start. I mean, first game, we saw press, we saw flexibility in formations. We had control of the game. That Wolves. If Frank was there, I believe we would have drawn. But the difference in that game would have been that we would have the possession, but not really control of the game.
Yeah.
Wolves would be hitting us on the counter attack. But because they don't have Jimenez, they wouldn't be able to score, and it would end up being 0-0. But against Wolves, we controlled possession. We didn't allow them to really come and attack us that much. Traore wasn't a threat at all.
But you know what the key thing in these two games?
Control. This game, I think they.
Sorry, I don't know. I think
Burnley didn't have a shot in this game either.
Yeah, they did. They didn't have a shot.
No, you're good. You're good, bro. You're good.
But what the key thing is, though, in these two games, what the difference has been so far is that we're creating chances. We haven't looked like creating chances in a long time, as in creating clear cut chances where we've on another day. Today should have been like 5-0. Do you get what I mean? I think deeper into Tuchel's tenure, if we have a performance like this again today, we'd win 5-0. That's how comfortable I believe today's victory was. And obviously, again, it was Burnley, and people will point to the fact that Lampard also beat Burnley. But when we're looking at it holistically and how we've been playing for like the last 10 games, we are creating chances, and this is against Premier League opposition. And that's why I have to give a lot of credit.
Yeah, look, for me, it was a very professional performance. Again, they seem to be picking up his ideas very, very quickly. I thought overall we looked comfortable defensively. The two in the middle worked very, very hard, and they were doing what I've been banging on about for so long for us to do, which is pick the ball up and look forward, play the balls into the final third, into the Mount positions or whoever was there at the time. You know, getting it in there quickly and then turning and reacting. And I feel like, especially the second half when Pulisic came on, it looked more flowing. It looked more like there was more of a kick with it. I like Pulisic playing in that sort of freedom role behind Timo as well. Callum Hudson-Odoi again had an amazing game, and he's really making that right wing, that right fullback wing position himself. Timo Werner, all right, he didn't score today, but again, he's still making the right runs. He's putting himself in the right positions. And overall, it was a good performance. It wasn't really a bad performance, if you know what I mean. So I'm happy. I'm not gassed like David was on the terrace earlier going, oh my God, we won. I'm cool. But there's bigger tests to come. And I want to see this against the Spurs teams. I want to see this against the Man Cities, the Liverpools. And by the looks of it, I don't think he's really good. I mean, he changes the formation a lot throughout the game, which is quite clever. You can't actually suss out what formation we play properly throughout a game because he's always forever rotating, and that's very clever. It's a very clever way of doing it, providing that you're the players that are playing are understanding it and are understanding their roles when they're asked to switch formation. It looks good, So for me, it was a good game today. We played well. We're going to jump onto the player ratings. I'm just going to go through some quick chats and just read them out. Let's draw into Leeds. I mean, Chelsea at the moment, they're dropping points, and big win for us today. When you look at it like that. Tuchel's doing good work, is what Kai says. So far, Kai, so good is what I would say on that. Chelsea had 19 shots, Daniel said. 19 shots to Burnley's 1. Slen's Talk says, it feels good to be satisfied with a result. Not going to lie. Tell me about it. This is one of the first player rating shows I've done with Dan. I think Dan's been on most of them, where we're actually not moaning about, the play or something or, or anything, us losing or drawing. It's actually a win, and we won comfortably and we move on. Ad says, Prime, much love to you, bro. What else have we got here? Chat is messed up for me, so I can't see anyone's on mine. Just refresh it, Chris. Come in and out. Can everyone see each other's writing in the chat? Big up, Gem and Prime, bro. I hope you're feeling okay. We've got your back, is what Jerry says. Ed says, big up, Danny. Yeah, big up to Danny as well. Chelsea won't finish top 4. Mark my words, says Massey B. Massey B says Chelsea will not get top 4. Christian says he loves you, Prime. Marcos Alonso's goal. What was that? Marcos Alonso, what we got here? Samin says, hashtag we are all with Prime on this one. And it's great to see the support. It really is, and that's the most important thing, Chelsea to win the league is what Chris says. Wow, Chelsea to win the league. I don't think we can, or can we? It depends on our form, doesn't it? If we can win every game going into this. 2-1 to Leeds. Someone's just said, oh, Bielsa is doing a job on Leicester at the moment, which means they could drop points. Bamford, the Chelsea man. Ads is saying the chat is bugging, and if it's a YouTube thing at the moment. So people, I can see your chats. It's just that you can't see what people are saying. So I'll make sure I highlight them when we're doing the player ratings, so that so that I can obviously see what you're saying. I can see what you're saying from my side, but you just can't see what each other are saying. So you can still stay tuned with us and put your ratings in because they are still coming up. Big up to Prime. Yeah, all right, let's move on. Let's move. What do you mean, Mark Viduka? Jem, come outside. What do you want me to come outside for, bruv? I know what you're doing. Oh, right. He's talking about this is what he's talking about. He's saying
Don't worry.
Lord
I'll
Bamford, best
push
striker
Gem out.
in the Premier League. Yeah, Lord Bamford, the best in the league, is what he was referring to. What's that? Gem, from a Liverpool point of view, do you think Tuchel can get you to the level of the likes of Liverpool? Who we were yet to see, and we will be talking on that and Tuchel and everything very, very soon. So we're going to start with the player ratings, and I'm going to jump in on. We're going to start on Mendy, Dan. Again, not much to do. Is there much we can really rate him? I'm sure we'll fly through this one, but what would you give Mendy, his performance?
Yeah, not much to do. Yeah, so you just give him standard 6. Didn't have anything to do. Just keep the ball moving, really, when he received it. So, yeah, man. 6.
A 6. Prime, your beloved Mendy?
Many.
You're
Am I
cutting,
lacking?
Prime? Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Go on.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I said Mendy's he's growing on me.
Oh, okay.
Really? Okay.
Again, that was quick.
No, hey, relax a little bit. He still need a better goalkeeper. Yeah, I'll give him a 6.5. I know Burnley didn't do much, but confidence starts from the back, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So,
Lots of. Go on, mate. What were you going to say?
No. That's it. That's clean sheet. That's
Okay,
it. Like,
cool.
I don't have.
Cool.
Again, I don't really
There's not much
remember
to really
after
say,
what
is there?
just happened. I don't remember the game much. So
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine, Prime. Mendy, a lot of the people in the chats are saying 6s, 7s, 6s. Another 6 for Mendy. I mean, I'll give him a 6. I mean, he didn't have to do much. I can't really think. Did he even make a save? I can't remember him actually diving or doing anything.
Remember, they only had one shot in the game.
That's what I'm saying. You know, it's a bit of fun. 25 of you here. Please smash the like button. Please share, subscribe. Yeah, if you haven't done that already. But most importantly, please share. Yeah, let's try and get these views up, people. Right, let's move on to. I was going to say Chilwell, but he didn't play, did he? So now I've got to add Alonso in. So yeah, go on, Alonso for you, Dan.
I don't think he like a great game, but he had a very, very good moment in the game, which sealed it for us, which you have to give him points for. So I'd give him a 7. Like he played okay, got forward okay, defended okay, but was excellent when called upon to. And that's what we need from Chilwell, because I think Chilwell is the better player, of course, overall. I think Chilwell can become a left wing back and be a good quality left wing back who has an eye for goal but can also defend. But right now he's not playing well. And Alonso, sometimes you forget, like left wing back is his position. He won the league there. So, 7. I mean, even though he didn't play well, when called upon in the right moment at the right time, he was there and he finished with quality. So 7.
Yeah, I hear you. Prime?
Yeah, 7. He played well. Wing back is his position, and he got not the winning goal, but essentially the winning goal. So
7 it is. 7 it is. We've got a lot of 7s in the chat. Real Chris says 7. Velvishran says 7. Who else we got here? Grey Wolfston says 7 for Alonso. World class goal, but was just solid other than that. The thing with Alonso for me is if you're playing a back 4, a set back 4, he can't play. Yeah. If you're going to play the style that we play today, where you're asking him to just pretty much be a fullback, then you play him, because to be honest, he's probably one of the best in the world as a left fullback, as a fullback. You know, getting in the box and taking shots and scoring. So for me, he was a 6.5. It wasn't a 7. For me, it was a 6.5. He didn't do anything much wrong. He didn't have the greatest of game. I think he stood out. I was like, oh my God, he amazed me. It was more of he got his goal, which he used to do back in the Conte days for us, goals that we needed to win games. And we move on. We move on with that one. But
question. Is it a better performance Well, is this game a better performance than what you've seen from him in the past year and a half, 2 years?
Yeah, 100.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah,
haven't
definitely.
seen the best of Alonso since like maybe a little period after Conte, and then after that he flatlined. Like he just was not the same.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's definitely had one. He's definitely had one of his best games over a year and a half easily. Because before he was doing like when he was playing, if he was playing, it was like 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10s. He was so out of position. Didn't look comfortable in the back four system. But yeah, we move on. Danny Silva. Again, what can you say about this guy?
You already know my thoughts, man. Thiago Silva is arguably top 3 centre backs based on form anyway. Top 3 centre backs in the league, form and overall quality centre back. I mean, the question when he came to the Prem was, can he handle them big strikers who kind of rough up defenders in the Premier League? And look, people say he's a Rolls Royce type defender who doesn't like to get down and dirty. Well, today is a reminder he can also get dirty. I love the way he anticipates. He gets there first. He knows that, look, I don't want this guy to turn and run at me, so I'm going to get the ball first and push him off the ball. Quality centre-back, man. And these defenders can learn a lot from him. I think he made Rudiger look better as well, even though a lot of our defence wasn't tested, and I'm not going to overestimate because the defence wasn't really tested today, but when the questions were asked, Silva answered them, being the best person at the back line, definitely, man, for a while now as well. So I'll give him an 8.5. He was quality, man. Other than Cho, he would have been my man of the match.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. Man of the match, save that for yourself. Guys, let me know what you thought of Silva. There's 28 of yous in here. Smash the like button, please. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And give us your ratings, yeah? Give me your ratings for Thiago Silva's performance today. Prime, Thiago Silva.
Oh, sorry. I cut out. It's me. I'm sorry.
It's right, mate.
I think you're muted, Prime.
I can't. I can't really judge the defense. He didn't have to do anything. I'll give him. I'll give him a 6 because that's average. But again, he didn't do anything.
Do you think that might be a bit low because of how he handled like Chris Wood, for example? Because Chris Wood could be a dangerous player on his day.
I don't think Chris Wood had anything thrown up to him though. Chris Wood didn't get any service because we didn't allow him to get service.
That's true. So
I can't really say he dealt with him. He didn't have to deal with him. Which again, it's not. I'm not using that against him. I'm just saying like he didn't have to do anything. The same way like Mendy didn't have to do anything. Rudiger didn't have to do anything.
I agree. Look, I think it was just an average performance for Silva. He definitely makes us a better. We're definitely stronger with him than without him. Put it that way. That's for sure. I'd give him a 6. Like, there's not much more to really say of him. And to be honest, we're going to move on to the person that was also playing next to him, and it was Rudiger. I mean, is it again the same thing? Is it just an easy rounded 6 for these guys at the back? Because again, there wasn't much asked from him, was there? Really? What would you say, Dan?
For me, yeah. I mean, obviously, we see it differently, innit? When I look at Thiago Silva and think back to the game and look at certain acts of play, I think he marshaled the defense well. He handled people very well. And one thing that gets underrated is he plays like this kind of quarterback role where he can whip balls in, and he plays very, very purposeful passes as well. So I give him credit in that sense. I think Rudiger didn't have much to do today. The difference is just Thiago Silva looks class when he plays. And Rudiger sometimes can look clumsy, but Rudiger played well, man. Can't knock him. Played well, did okay. So I just give him a 7. Yeah, he was clean, solid.
Yeah. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard to judge him at the moment because, to be honest, they've not really been tested in the last 2 games. You know, and that's down to how quick we regain the ball. Like we retain the ball so quickly as a team, a lot more quicker than I ever see under Frank Lampard. But Prime, is the same rating for Rudiger as well for you?
Yeah, I think something again I've been saying about our centre backs. They're all beta male centre backs. They need an alpha to guide them. which is what we have now. So, like for me, whether it's a 2 or a 3, I don't really care who plays with Silva that much, because I think you play with Rudiger. I don't think there's that much of a difference than if you play with Zuma. Play together to have a partnership. Well, I mean, in terms of it's that alpha male who's going to raise you up. It's the same with Van Dijk at Liverpool. You can put Gomez or Matip or whoever. It doesn't matter that much because they're all on the same level. But you're having that leader to drag you up with him. So,
yeah, fair enough. I mean, a lot of people would say it's a bit harsh. Zuma getting kicked out of the squad, when he's had such a good season up to now. Our top goal scorer from aerial duties and stuff as well. So, yeah,
earn your way back in is what I'll say.
Earn your way back in, yeah. It's a different manager who's got different ideas.
We know Rudiger, but like we know Rudiger is going to make a mistake sometime. So capitalize on that and earn your way back in.
Yeah,
I know it's not harsh, but
exactly that. Daniel's in. Let's get Daniel. Daniel's in the back with us. He's going to come and join us as well. Daniel, how you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm all right. Are you all right, Prime?
Yeah, I'm good.
I just really need to apologise that I wasn't there.
No, look, it's not your fault. It's not.
Yeah, this is what I was trying to get at, Daniel. It's not.
I just feel I feel bad, man. I feel horrible.
No, it's. I don't really go into it too much, but at the end of the day,
yeah, I know
the person that was fault for it has been called out.
Yeah, I know.
And it's been dealt with in a way that I feel Prime probably feels not better from, but at least he's had that conversation with it. I don't think Prime once held any remorse to you or anyone else that was involved. Did you, Prime? Other than that,
no, I don't. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't want to talk about the situation again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Let's carry on. Talk about the club we love, for God's sake.
Let's move on. Right. So let's do. Let's throw in Aspie next. Aspie, Dan. There's 2 Dans in, aren't there? Blooming hell. Dan, to the right of me.
Go
on.
No, quality, man. I think sometimes you forget how good Azpilicueta is and how professional he is. I mean, in that sometimes he may not be the best in terms of his ability, but what you can rely upon is his leadership comes through being so professional in his playing. He may not be the most vocal, the most dominating figure because he's quite small, but the way he plays is how he shows his leadership. It's exemplary, really. And I think a lot of credit needs to be given to him. And I mean, when Tuchel came in, the reports came out that Aspie was one of the first players he went to and was like, "Rah, I'm in awe of this. I finally get to work with this guy." So Aspie is a model professional. Any coach would love to have him. And I think especially when it's a back three in this modern day, he can thrive. He can thrive. Sometimes we get annoyed when he plays right back, but back three can thrive. So today I'd give him and he got the goal. Oh yeah, he got the goal. You have to give him credit. So 8, Aspie, yeah.
He did. And both our fullbacks scored today, didn't they? So random, isn't it? The 2 people that scored are our fullbacks. But Prime, Aspie, what are you saying?
Nine. I think it was well, no, not 9 because that's man of the match. I think about an 8. I think he was brilliant today.
Yeah.
7.5. Yeah, I don't think he put a foot wrong. And again, defensively, he didn't have much to deal with, but it's him going forward. And that is the part of the game that people always talk about Azpilicueta that he doesn't have. But that run for the goal, he didn't overlap essentially. He underlapped. That run he had for that goal is the sort of stuff we want to be seeing from him. But for whatever reason, we don't get to see him. And yeah, he's not going to be scoring goals every week, of course not. I don't expect that at all. But that attacking threat he had was just brilliant. And we got the goal from it.
Yeah.
Do I expect that from Spurs? No, not really, because against Spurs is going to have to be a bit more tactical and maybe a bit more of a defensive game. But yeah, again, that's my captain. People who are disrespecting him and saying he's finished and just play Reece James. Yeah, no.
No, I hear you, Prime.
Don't disrespect
3-1
us.
to Leeds, apparently. 3-1 to Leeds. Leicester are losing 3-1, which turned out to be a good day for Chelsea so far. People dropping points.
An assist from Bamford and a goal from Harrison.
Going on to Daniel Wilkinson. Aspie, what did you think, bro? His performance today out of 10.
I think he did very good today. I'll give him an 8.
An 8, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
And what did he do well, Dan? Like, what did he do well for you?
Everything, to be honest. He did everything good. And then scored a goal as well.
He did. And he's keeping Reece James on the bench, which is unusual, isn't it? We all thought Reece James was going to come in and be the new guy leading. And here he is, Mr. Captain, stepping up and getting his team the goal we needed. Lambs, Aspie, what do you think of his performance today?
Yeah, he didn't really do anything to like anything like terrible that I can like call out. He did his job. Pretty much to kind of echo like a captain leader performance, and that's kind of what we're lacking in this team. We don't really have leaders in this team, so a very calm performance. And he got the goal. He took a shot off, and Ben Chilwell missed his opportunity against Wolves. So
yeah,
I'd
fair enough. I'll give him a 7 as well. I thought he had a good game today. I thought he was probably his best games this season since he's been asked to come in. Actually, he looks a lot more fitter. He was, he done everything right, getting forward, overlapping, which is what I think Tuchel will want from East with this squad. He wants his fullbacks to overlap and stuff. So, yeah, it was definitely good. We've got a question from Velvish Run saying, is Aspie a Chelsea legend? Just everyone say yes or no on that one. Or... Of course he is. I'd say yes.
Yeah, okay.
Of course he is, yeah. Yeah.
There's different levels to legendary status, I guess. But yeah, he is. Is he on the same level as Drogba or Lampard? No, but again, that's the level still. Yeah, he is.
Different levels, but he's there.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro.
He just needs a Champions League, which we're getting this season. So.
Let's move on to the 2 6s. It looks like Chelsea are going to play. It looks like Tuchel's looking to play the 2. It's going to be a 2-6 formation moving forward. I know he keeps surprising us. He might change things here and there, but it looks like he's very comfortable having 2 players in the midfield sitting next to each other. Dan, what was your views on Kovacic's performance today, bro?
Shall I tell you what was so key about the Sixers today? Yeah, I believe Tuchel has told them to pass forward, be progressive in your passing. Kovacic made more forward passes than I've seen in a long time. Like even the diagonals,
both of them
passing. Yeah, both of them making forward passes, and I think you can see that they're taking on board what Tuchel's saying. You can see that the Wolves get one more direct passing into the attackers, into the little guarded wingers, into the strikers. Today we saw it, passing forward. He wants Kovacic, do your dribbling and then pass it forward. Don't just do the dribbling and then bring it back. Same with Jorginho, pass it forward, get the ball forward as quickly as possible. And I think it's indicative of the fact that I watched briefly some of the stream that Terry on the terrace where Terry was basically analysing the game, and he brought up a stat about how many passes per like basically each attacking action, and we make less passes now than we did under Lampard. I think under Lampard it was like 12 passes per attack. Under Tuchel was like 5 passes per attack, which is the key. Pass it forward, get it forward as quick as possible. So yeah, Kovacic, I'd give him a 7.5. Thought he was good. He was very good. Solid.
Yeah. Lots of 7s, a couple of 8s, a 7.5. Everyone was very happy with Kovacic today. Prime, what's your thoughts on Kovacic, bro?
I think Jorginho played better out of the 2, but yeah, they're both brilliant.
Yeah.
Fair enough. What's your rating for him?
I'm giving him a 7 because he's not better than Jorginho, but yeah.
Elvishan says Kovacic over Bruno Fernandes. Come on, man. Don't do this. Don't do this to us, bro. Daniel Wilkinson, Kovacic.
I think that's the same as Prime. Jorginho was the better out of the 2.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give him a 7.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I hear you. Lambs?
Yeah. And okay, we'll get to Jorginho next, but yeah, I like to see Pulisic driving forward with the ball. I just want to see him do it that a bit more often. But I like to see that getting the ball forward. I felt like we were breaking up the lines a lot more, a bit better. He was breaking up the lines a little bit better than his performance against Wolves. So I thought he stepped it up a bit. I thought he was a bit typical at times, but I've definitely seen an improvement in his performance under Tuchel than I did under Lampard, because he had those couple of games where I was just like, I was so disappointed. But I'll give him a 6.5 today.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's fair enough. I'd give Kovacic a 7 today. I thought he was very positive with his movement with the ball. He was driving with the ball. He was always and this is the thing that killed me with Lampard. It's clear and obvious that these players can do this, but he was still so more happy about them doing this with sideways football and then running to the side and picking it up. And do you know what I mean? Like, for me, it's completely. It just suits us. We look better like this. And I know it's still very early, and we played 2 teams that do like to just set up as a low block, make it hard for them to break down. And there will be a lot more tests to come moving forward, especially with Spurs coming up next, where we'll see. We will definitely see, and it will test our formations and styles. So definitely be worth watching out for. So we go on to the next person, and it's slow coach George. Going to start with Dan. Dan, I know Dan's been waiting for this moment.
Put his proper name or I'm leaving.
Wow.
Go
Prime
on.
is playing, not playing.
No, look, it's not even. And trust me when I say this, yeah, I totally get what you say about Jorginho in terms of, like, you just think he doesn't do enough to warrant a place in the team in terms of what he does, what is his actual job description and whatnot. But look, for me personally, how I see Jorginho, the reason why I appreciate him is because players like him require a certain system which hides their weaknesses. Like, Jorginho's strengths is dictating the tempo and distributing the ball. And then if you get a coach like Tuchel who can tell him, pass the ball forward, play deep, but you can still be a creative playmaker from deep, then you get the best out of him. And that's what Tuchel's doing. Think about every single time Burnley tried to counter-attack him. We wouldn't, on like, in other systems, we would see Jorginho totally isolated. Do you know what I'm saying? And then the counter would look so much more effective. But today that didn't happen. Defensively, he looked good, and his defensive stats are always good, man. It's just in certain actions of play, he doesn't seem like the best. And going forward, he was good. He was the better out of the 6s. Yes, it was against Burnley, but look, you know me, I like Jorginho. I don't think he's the answer, but I think he's a quality player. I think he's underappreciated at Chelsea. And today was a game where he really showed his quality. I know you want to see it in the bigger games, and I think he will start against Tottenham. So let's see what he does against Tottenham. But as for today, I'll give him an 8. A very good performance.
Daniel, when you say he's not the answer, what is the question?
I think when I think about, to be fair, I still need to see how Tuchel's trying to play going forward to know if Jorginho actually is the perfect player for the system. But based on, like, previous regimes and how he's been utilized, I think he might not be the answer for Chelsea. That doesn't mean I don't think he's a quality player. I just think that Chelsea don't know how to use him. It's just the same way Morata is now playing well as a striker in Atletico Madrid, but he couldn't play well for Chelsea. Like, he just wasn't the answer for us. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm a fan of Jorginho, and I hope we can get the best out of him because I believe quality. I agree.
I agree, bro. I agree.
What's the rating?
What was the rating there?
I said 8. I think I said it. Did I say 8?
8.
Yeah, I said 8.
Yeah, all right.
8.
-8. No, I'm joking. Prime, Jorginho, go on. I know you've been waiting to talk about this guy. He's your favourite player because you love that position the most in football. So tell us.
8, he dictated the tempo of the game. He was involved for the goal, which he doesn't play a forward pass. Yeah, the best players on the field dictated the tempo. And again, I know it's Burnley and it's easy to do that against Burnley, but he still did it. He had there was a game plan set out and he executed that perfectly. I'm going to give him an 8.
Well, Real Chris thinks he was going to say 11 out of 10, but they surprised him. See, it's even surprising
11 out
for
of 10.
Prime.
11 out of 10. He needs to get a hat trick.
Or what? Of penalties? Does that count?
Well, a hat trick.
Still a hat trick. Still a hat trick. Daniel Wilkinson, Jorginho.
He did what he should be doing, passing the ball forwards, controlling the ball better.
Yeah.
I'll give him an 8.5 because he was better than Kovacic.
Wow. Bigger than Primes. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Lambs?
Yeah, that's a very high rating. The thing with Jorginho, and again, just to kind of echo what Daniel was saying about him being kind of like a system player, I agree. He's got like great ability to kind of like spread the ball about with the passes, but it's only kind of when he's dictating the tempo of the game. And my issue with Jorginho is I've not really kind of like seen him turn up against these big teams, against these big sides, because oftentimes he's not dictating the tempo of the midfield, and that's why he ends up, say, like losing the ball in like critical positions, and it ends up possibly costing us because our defense gets caught out or whatever. Today, I thought he was a bit slow to get going, but once he got going, the way he was passing the ball and putting those passes, like that's what I kind of want to see from him all the time, but he just doesn't do it all the time. I mean, how many years has it been where, he'll have like one or two of these kind of like good games where like he's completely in control and dominant of midfield. And again, what's going to happen when he comes up against serious opposition? We've seen him like seriously struggle, and I don't think the Spurs midfield with the likes of Højbjerg in there is going to allow him any kind of time or space on the ball. So for me, I thought he played well today, but he doesn't start for me on Thursday. But today I'm going to give him. I know he will, but for me, I'm going to give him a 7.5 today.
Don't you think, Jem, don't you think, Lambs, though, that him against Tottenham, a team I believe will give us the ball and Tuchel will want to dominate possession? That could be the perfect game for him to dominate the ball and dominate and dictate the play.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, just reading Hudson, will Hudson play? We're going to get to him, Chris, but I would say probably yes, to be honest. I don't see him. He might change him, but I don't see why when he's played such great performances in that position. But look, Jorginho, for me, people might think I got an agenda against him. I haven't. It's just that for me in the past, I've seen too many times him he's too slow on the ball, always looking to go side. He's always looking for the closest person to pass to. Easy balls. When all I've wanted him to do was what he's done today, which is get the ball, turn, bang, into Mount. Our first goal came because he picked the ball up and he moved it quickly into positions where Mount could then turn. He had space. He made the run. He laid it off to Cho and then onto Aspie. Goal. That's what I want more of from him. And if he can do that, cool. He's not proving me wrong. He's just done what I wanted him to do in the blooming first place. So this is why I'd rather not have him in the team, because he's always been, for me, quite not negative, but what's the word? Like, he doesn't do enough for me. He hasn't done enough in the past, so that makes sense. So for me, I hold my reservations on him. Coming up against bigger teams is the biggest question mark for me. People that are going to press him. So when he's got the ball and he has to turn, what's he going to do when he's got, I don't know, a Bruno on his arse hunting him down constantly? Do you know what I mean? I want to see him move that ball quick and try and make movements. So there's a lot of questions for me.
Bruno does not hunt down players.
It's just an example, bro. It's an example. I'm just saying any teams that
want them to do, they do exactly what you want them to do, and you're still having insults for the guy. Just give him his praise.
No, it's not. It's not insulting him.
Or like say a Fabinho from Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly. Or whoever.
All right, if that's the case, and like I keep saying, you play to your strengths and mitigate your weaknesses. If Jorginho plays against Spurs, then it's up to Tuchel to set up tactically where Jorginho doesn't get exposed for his lack of pace and mobility. It's not
I think
Jorginho's
exactly.
fault if he gets exposed, is it?
Jimmy's jealous that Jorginho has a better OnlyFans account than him. It's definitely not that reason, bro.
Jem, do you know what? Do you know where I disagree slightly with you in it? The only thing I have about the Jorginho situation, or in your mind about the Jorginho thing, is that I just think personally, as fans, we need to remember that Jorginho is a quality footballer, and when it comes to passing the ball and getting out of tight situations, Jorginho can get. When have you seen Jorginho be dispossessed? The reason why Jorginho, I disagree. I think this is where I
disagree with you, because I've seen him give away the ball so many times in positions where we've nearly conceded goals because he's held the ball for too long. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's done that, Dan. You know he has. Come on, you have seen that in the past with him in his game. You must have seen that.
And we're literally sitting there as fans, like, oh, but it's at this point, it's not even because we expect it because he's done it so often now. And like Jem, how like that? It's not. This has not just come up like this season. It's been like this for what, like 2.5 seasons.
He's been doing it for a while, and he's too slow. He was too slow on the ball. He was always looking for the easier pass. He was always, even when he did have the ball sometimes and he'd done a pass, he gave it away and we'd lose possession. Like, I'd seen it numbers of times in the past. And this is where my thing lies with it. If he can perform like he did today, then cool. Cool. I'll take it back, but I'm not going to say, because we beat Burnley. Go on.
One point, just very quick. There was one point in this game where the ball came to him and Hudson-Odoi was free on the wing position, and instead of playing that ball forward, he turned around and passed it back. And I was just, and in that moment, I was just thinking, like, I wasn't surprised at all. I was just thinking that's such a typical Jorginho thing to do, and I want to see him like turn around and actually play that ball forward to
like it was today.
He can, but he chooses not to, and that's what annoys me with him, because there were so many times when we could literally counter attack. We could take out 3 or 4 of their players with like a nice through ball if he sees that forward pass, but he never sees it. He always sees, like Jem said, the safe pass. And I want to see him take more risks because he's shown us he has the ability to do it. So why doesn't he do it consistently?
I just think it's not a coincidence that we haven't, in the last 15 games he's played, we're unbeaten, innit? And that's not a coincidence for me, because if you're saying that he's been...
Don't say that's Jorginho.
That's partly to do with Kante being played.
Why is that stupid?
Nah. That's partly to do... I feel like some of our unbeaten run, credit has to be due to Kante, some credit has to be due to Thiago Silva too as well.
Lamb's Jem. The reason why I have to disagree with you on that one is because, look, he comes into the team and he gets accused of being a problem in the team, as in he's too slow, you don't know what he does. When he hasn't been in the team during this whole patch when we were losing, it's been the same players that you guys have been saying have been good this season that have been in that run. So then when Jorginho's come back in, we're not losing games. I just don't get how you can't see the correlation. I'm not saying, and like I've repeated, I'm not saying Jorginho is the answer, like the king, like he has to start, it's guaranteed starter. I'm saying he has positive effect on this team because the players you're saying were in the team during.
Yeah, look, let's move on because we've got a couple more players, and then I want to kind of open the lines for about 10 minutes, let people just quickly come and have this say, and you know what it's like, it drags. It was a 7. It was a 7 today. I thought he played well. He did. I'm not going to sit here and say he was crap. He wasn't crap. He done what I've been wanting him to do for a very long time, but I want to see him do it more consistently now. He needs to go into the next game and emphasize and do the same thing. If he can do that, cool. You know, if Tuchel can get him playing like that, cool. But until I see it, I'm not going to sit there and gas him and be this guy like and forget about what he has done in the past, because he has been very bad in the past as well. I'm not going to forget that. So it is what it is. We move on, and we move on to Timo Werner. Dan, tell me.
I mean, man, treating him like someone who's been bullied in school, like saying everything's been positive and da-di-da-di-da. But if we're honest, I mean, he wasn't wasn't great. I mean, he was positive. He was making good runs. I do honestly believe he can be good, but as of this moment, still not good. I mean, Tuchel said it, lacking confidence. He was down when he came as well, but yeah, man, he's trying. I like, look, you can't fault his effort. He's trying, but it's still not good enough where we want it to be for that guy we bought, that 30 goal season, all comp striker that we thought we were getting. So still needs to be a lot of work to be done. I give him a 5 in it for his effort. I wouldn't say he was below average, but he was still poor in terms of his quality.
Yeah, I hear you. Prime?
First of all, can I just say, yeah, ketchup on rice bangs, by the way.
Disgusting. I hate ketchup. Well, but anyway, move on.
Well, you hate
That is terrible.
That
Both
is
of you,
terrible.
so you have no taste.
Nasty, to be honest.
Well, you also have no taste. Anyway, what was missing for him was the goal. I think he was brilliant today, but again, I think he had 2 chances, but he just didn't anticipate make that movement, and I don't know what it is. If he's on form and he's firing, he makes those movements, and he gets 2-3 goals today. But he didn't. I think it's just the thing.
Yeah.
He's in that rut, and he needs to play himself back into form. I don't know, or playing back into confidence. I don't know what it is. Does he need to be taken out of the side? Yes, probably. But who do we have to come in for him?
That's the problem. We need a striker. I still think we need an out-and-out striker. Like, I don't think we've got an actual clinical goal scorer. And in Timo Werner, maybe we all kind of thought he was that. And I think he can be. I think he can contribute to it. But he needs someone to play it off. I think that's going to contribute as well.
Since Diego Costa, maybe, have we?
No, we haven't.
Like a good one.
Yeah. What was your rating, Prime? What did you say? Was his rating?
7.5. Like
Okay,
again, like I kept saying, it's the goal that's missing. But I don't think he had bad performance. I think he was really great today.
Fair enough. Daniel Wilkinson?
Yeah, you can see he's lacking in confidence, but he did very well today. He tried. He just needed a goal, like he said.
I agree. Lambs?
Yeah, literally. I mean, Tuchel said it in the interview. Like, he just needs. You can tell he's trying. He's trying to get into spaces, but I think he's getting into his head a bit. Like in the the final touches, like stopping his runs. Like being out of position, tame effort shots. He's getting into his head a bit, but it's coming. He just needs like a deflected goal, or I don't know, a tap in or something. But for his effort today, I'll give him a 6.5. He just needs a goal.
Yeah, I hear that. I'll give him probably a 6.5 as well. One of the things that gets me still and it's going to tick. When we were playing the balls into the Mason Mounts or the Kovacic's were driving, and I watched Werner, especially in the second half, move up front, there's a lot of times where he makes them runs and he just needs it then. That pass needs to hit him then. And it didn't. And we would go, not sideways, or we would go to Hudson-Odoi, which was more favourable on the right at the time. But sometimes I think we just need to just be a bit more quicker to him with the ball, like bang, do you know what I mean? And he does make them runs, but I just don't feel like sometimes he gets cut. Gets pointed out when he should be. But it is what it is. I'd give him a 6.5. He will come good. Okay, mark my words. He will come good. I've got a feeling that he will turn up. But we're going to go on to Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Wait, Daniel.
Yeah,
I'll say 6.5 anyway. No, I haven't. I said 6. I didn't say.
Oh. Did you not say
that? 6.5. No.
Sorry, mate.
Other Dan.
Sorry.
Did the other Dan give a rating?
6.5.
Well, Werner.
Yeah, he done, didn't he?
Yeah, no.
He done him. I go round him. Yeah, that's why I thought I'd done Daniel Wilkinson. That's why, because I came to you. Like, I don't know, God. It's been a mad day today.
Okay.
Cho. Let's talk Cho, shall we? Callum Hudson-Odoi. Impressed under Frank Lampard, even when the formation wasn't right. He's now under Tuchel in his second game. Again, 2 great, massive performances. He's playing, as from what I see, more like a wing-back. It seems like he's comfortable with it. He gets to hog the side. Everything seems to be going down that wing as well. A lot of it, to be honest, goes to him. Dan, what would you say about Callum Hudson-Odoi? Your boy, again. What are we saying?
Yeah, man. You already know what I say about Cho. He's our star boy. He's our main man. He's the danger, the threat. The outlet was always there. I mean, I would say Eric Peters was terrible today, but like Hudson-Odoi made him look terrible. Like he was a threat constantly, and none of this. You need to be like Salah or Rashford's nonsense. Like you see when Tuchel talks about Cho, you can see the spring in his step. Like he loves talking about Cho. You know the Germans love Cho. The English are gonna learn to love him as well, and that's why he was easily my man of the match. And I like that Tuchel had the confidence to take him off, bring on a player in Reece James, and save him for the Tottenham game because he's going to be key in that Tottenham game, going up against Ben Davies. So, yeah, man, Cho, I'd give him an 8.5, man of the match.
And that's what I think. That's what I think a lot of people got annoyed when he came off, but I saw it as he was tired. He wanted to look after his best players. He wants him to play Thursday. Like, some people just thought it was just that. Oh no, it wasn't that. You know, Ziyech didn't even get to start today. You know, he's putting people like Ziyech on the bench at the moment. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is.
The bench today, did he?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't available, was he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, they didn't want to risk it. Apparently, he could only play 30 minutes, so they just decided not to risk it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Well, at least he's an option for Spurs, which is good.
No,
I hear you. I hear you.
Got that sorted, man. Got that right wing back.
Prime, what are you saying?
There's nothing I can really say. I echo everyone's words.
Okay. Let's see, going for an 8. What's the rating?
I'll give him an 8.5.
Strong. Daniel Wilkinson?
He's getting better and better every week. Cho is. He needs to start more games and he'll just keep getting better and better. And he was man of the match as well. He just never stopped. So he's going to get the highest rating, 9.
Wow. Lovely jubbly. Lambs?
Yeah, just to echo what everybody else said. Again, the guy's just pretty much showing and proving why he deserves to start. We've been screaming this for maybe like a month or 2 in advance. The guy deserves his playing time. He's proven himself. And I feel like after Cho came off, we kind of like slowed down a little bit. We weren't as like intense and dominant before. So Burnley were kind of getting the ball a little bit more in the last like 10 to 12 minutes or so. But I still think we did our job, defended quite solidly. So
yeah.
Cho was my man of the match as well. I'm going to give him an 8.5 as well.
Yeah, I agree with you. 8.5. I ain't got much to say about the kid at the moment, other than he is really, really playing well, and I hope it continues into that. I'd like to see him against Spurs with Reguilon. You know, that'll be an interesting little battle. So, like I said, there's many bigger games to come for Chelsea.
Play against Spurs because he wasn't playing in the last game.
I don't know. We'll have to find out next week when we have closer to the time. But I'm going to quickly, rather than go round with this one, I'm just going to bring him up and just say, does he deserve anything more than a 2? Because I don't really want to talk about him, to be honest. His day was just crap today.
Terrible.
What? I mean, does he deserve to be starting games, Dan?
I mean, of course not. I mean, I said it. Look, mainstream media just look at games and think because you score goals, it means you should start. No. I mean, I think I've forgotten who it was. I was watching on BT and I turned it off. They were saying, how can Tuchel not start Tammy after scoring a hat-trick against Luton versus Wolves?
Yeah.
How can they not start him? Well, look, he started today and he was poor. He couldn't hold the ball up. And that's been the question of him. Can he hold the ball up? Can he lead the line? And he's not good enough. I keep saying it. Tammy will be a good striker, second option, third option. He cannot be the starting striker for Chelsea. Period. That's where it ends.
Does anyone else want to add to that before we? Because I really ain't got much to say about him today. He was just what he always does, which is just inconsistent. He keeps proving to me that he can't be the leader for this Chelsea line. So I don't really know what much. Daniel Wilson, do you want to say anything on Tammy?
Not really, because he's. I do like the guy, but I don't think he's good enough for Chelsea. And I love the youth.
Yeah.
I love the youth system.
Yeah, I hear you. What about you, Lambs? Any more you want to say about Tammy?
Is
Not
there
really.
any? I mean, I said it after Luton. Like, for me, I was like, I don't think he should start the Wolves game after that. Like, Luton is his level. No offense.
Prime, do you want to defend Tammy? Is he still there?
I have no idea.
Probably not. All right, let's move on. If he's not there,
Well, I guess.
All right, let's just talk one more person because I thought he played well when he came on as well. Let's talk about Christian Pulisic. I thought Christian Pulisic had a good performance.
You forgot about Mount, Jim. Mount started the game.
Oh yeah. Blimey hell. I forgot.
Oh my God!
Sorry, man. Oh crap! I forgot about Mason Mount. People, everyone's going to clip that. Jem forgot Mason Mount. Where is he? Dan, Mason Mount. Tell me. Can't even find him at the moment on here.
No, Mount was quality today, man. Real good. I really like Mason Mount. I think he can thrive in a situation where, like, there isn't, because of the way Lampard played and the way his system was, all eyes were on Mason Mount. If Mason Mount didn't perform, we were going to get on his back because Mason Mount was the guy that was playing week in, week out, 90 minutes a game. But what Tuchel understands is that Mason Mount can be a very, very important cog to a system rather than being the system. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think he can thrive in this situation with someone who can coach him better, coach him in a situation where putting him in better situations. Look, Mount should have scored today. He had a number of opportunities where his shooting boots were just not there. And I think he can get more goals. That's what I want to see from Mount, more goals. He's someone that I want to see more goals from because he likes to shoot. He likes to get into positions to shoot. I like the way he can be on the half turn as well. He's really dangerous on the half turn. No, he was impressive, man. He was really good. I'll give him a 7.5.
That's good to hear. And I think he will grow under Tuchel. I think Tuchel suits him and what he wants. He gives him a bit more of a freedom role rather than asking him to come back and do the work that I don't really think he wants to do, even though he's got the work ethic to do it. But Prime, are you there? Prime boy? No? Okay. Daniel Wilkinson, Mason Mount.
You wouldn't know what I feel about Mount. I actually like him. He's my favourite player, but everyone's going to probably like, oh, But, he did well today. Very good. And like you said, I think he'll get better under Tuchel as well.
Okay, cool. There's a comment
So
here from... go on, bro.
8, sorry. I have to give him an 8 because he was all right as well.
You're giving him an 8. Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I think he was good today, to be fair. He didn't do much wrong for me. I know some people still think he was rash with his shooting, is what I heard today. He was rushing because he was trying to impress Tuchel. So, but anyway, Lambs, moving on to you.
I was really impressed with Mason Mount's performance today. What happens when you have a manager who's tactically intelligent and knows how to get the best out of players? I thought in the first half he was running into spaces, working hard, had a couple of chances, should have done a little bit better in taking some of those chances, but I thought he improved. I wanted to see him improve and step up in the second half, and I thought he did that brilliantly as well. So I'm really excited for his future because I feel like it's only going to get better from here because of literally, I think this manager is going to know how to bring out of Mason Mount. So I'm going to give him an 8 today.
Great. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I would give him a 7.5. I thought he was good again. He was aggressive. He got the ball. He was one-touch football. He had some sort of part to play with the goal as well. He looked positive today, and I like it. I think he can start for Chelsea. I do. I mean, Kai Havertz has also played well in his last game as well. So for me, it's like I'd rather them play like they are. I think Tuchel's been very clever with what he's doing because he hasn't really, isolated a squad and said, this is my team. He's giving everyone a chance. And if he can get everyone playing like they are and keep giving them opportunities and he's keeping them all happy, then we obviously are all happy because we're going to win games. You know what I mean? Especially if they're going to keep playing like that. So it's a very clever tactic that I think he's put forward, to be honest. But we're going to move on to our last guy, Christian Pulisic. Dan, what are you saying when he came on? Different role for him today, wasn't it?
And I think it's a better role for him. Like, the thing about Pulisic for me, what annoys me is that he can do it. He just doesn't do it consistently enough. I mean, he got an assist when he came on today. He was much better than Abraham. When he came on for Abraham, actually, the attack was way more fluid. I even put it in the chat. I put it in the chat that way in Jim. I said attack was way more fluid, and it just looked like we could interchange and whatnot. Like on the counter, we looked dangerous, and even trying to penetrate these teams. What Pulisic can do with his dribbling is attract free players and open up space for other players on the pitch. So he deserves a lot of credit, man. Came on, did well, 7.
Yeah, I can't complain with that. He was again impressive. It's the best I've seen him this season, to be honest, in terms of his movement. He's the old Christian Pulisic and stuff. But Prime, are you back now, or are you still not here? Prime,
Missing.
he's missing. Daniel Wilson, what are you saying?
That's what he needs to do a bit more. Like, he needs to come off the bench a bit more often because, like you said, he does get a lot of injuries. So you need to slowly, gradually put him back into the team again.
Yeah, I agree. What do you rate him?
I'll rate him a 7.
Fair enough. Lambs?
Yeah, I can't really disagree with that. We have to be really careful in terms of knowing how injury prone Christian Pulisic is. The man management by Tuchel of him has been great, and it's good to see that the last 2 games his performance levels is stepped up a bit. He's running with purpose, running into the correct spaces, one-touch passes on the balls, getting the ball into the box. He had a couple of opportunities today as well. Could have got a goal. And this is the Christian Pulisic we've been wanting to see. So again, it's good that we're not starting him playing full games. He's bringing him off the bench because he has to be careful with his injuries, and it's a great way to kind of ease him back into the squad and also understand, generate some competition for places as well. Everyone needs to understand that their space is not safe. So if your performance level drops, then you will get benched as well if another person's outperforming you. So for me, Pulisic, I think that was the right substitution to make at half-time because we could see it coming and building in the first half, but we were just missing that final click, and it seemed to come together with Pulisic and Callum Hudson-Odoi linking up very, very well together as well. I'd give him a 7.
Yeah, I thought Christian Pulisic was very good today. I'd give him a 7 as well. I thought his movement was good. He looked comfortable running off Werner, running into spaces, picking the ball up, turning with it. That's the good thing about him playing there because you're not asking him to hog the wing. You're asking him to just roam around the middle every time he's free, give him the ball and allow him to just drive with his directness. And that can cause so much problem. He's so good with it.
Go above Liverpool.
When do they play him?
Now.
Half 4.
Oh, is it? Oh, we better hurry up then, isn't it? I wanted to watch that game as well. Blimey now. All right. Okay, that's cool. Other than that, I just want to quickly touch base on Tuchel. Again, he's got his tactics right. It seems like the players are happy and they're playing for him. Is there anything more really to say about it? Other than he's doing well at the moment?
I like him already. That's all I need to say. I love the football we're playing at the moment. It just needs to be like that all the time.
Yeah, I hear you. Dan, how are you feeling about what he's done so far?
Told you, man. You need to do to have me on side, show me you have a plan, give me something to believe in, and Tuchel so far is doing that, man. I mean, albeit be 2 games, winning against Tottenham, we'll get a lot of Lampard loyalists on his side. So if we can win against Tottenham and be impressive as well, I mean, top 4 is definitely within reach, especially with Leicester losing. You never know. If West Ham beat Liverpool today, I think top four is within reach. So, boy, like,
I think you prefer a point now, wouldn't you? Because they'll be on 38, they'll be on 36.
Yeah, but the thing is, if West Ham win, West Ham will drop points. Do you know what I'm saying? So even if they do win today, like they will drop points later on.
Yeah.
I hear you. What I'm gonna do now is we're gonna just quickly do a quick 10 minutes with the callers, because there's so many that have wanted to come in and have their say about the game. So what we're gonna do, guys, is you're at the back, come in. Tell us what you thought about the game quickly. Let me know who your man of the match is, and then I'm going to kind of have to sort of move it on quickly, only because I'm a little bit against time, and I know everyone wants to go and watch the football as well. Yeah, you guys, if you want to shoot, you can shoot as well. You ain't got to stay here to the end. If you want to go and do whatever it is you're doing, you can crack on with that as well. Yeah. Right. Let's start with Real Chris. What you saying,
hello?
Real Chris? You all right?
Yeah, hey, I thought my man of the
doing?
match was, yeah, I'm doing good, actually. You hear me?
Yeah, not bad, bro. Not bad. Are you happy with the performance?
Yeah, I'm very happy with the performance there. Like, we dominated the game, very good. Lem had one shot. It was just a very clean, easy game for us. And my man of the match was Hudson-Odoi.
Cool. Are you excited for Tuchel going into the sort of the Spurs game on Thursday? Are you excited? Do you think he's the man? Do you think he can get us to where we need to be from what you've seen so far?
I actually think he's going to beat Tottenham on Thursday. It'd be hard, but I think he will win, and it's going to look good. That's what I think.
Yeah. Cool. Chris, anything else you want to say, bro, before you shoot off? No worries, my man. No worries.
Pray for the rivals.
All right, cool. Thanks for coming on, bro. Pray for the rivals, yeah?
Too early for that, mate.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
It's too early.
I'll see you anyway.
Yeah. Take care, bud.
All right, mate. Take care of yourself, yeah? Right. Let me just quickly, because there's so many people trying to get in. It's sending me messages. People can't get in. Daniel's left, is he? Does Daniel say he's left? He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to leave, yeah.
Let's move Daniel. Prime, you still there, man?
He's on mute now, you can see.
I don't know. Prime. I don't want to kick him out because I don't know if he's still here or not as well.
Probably doing his normal
right,
stuff.
Cool. So I'm trying to free up the space. So, all right, let's go with.
I'm gonna like shoot off as well, so free up some space as well. So
that's all right. All right, Lambs. I'll talk to you in a bit.
Nice to see you, Lambs.
Catch up with you later. Nice to see you too, Dan. See you.
Bye.
Take care of yourself. See you.
Let's do Slen's talks. How you doing, bro? How are you, man?
All good, man. All good. I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I'm very satisfied for once after a result. I just think, man, listen, the way we're pressing is what stands out to me, because I haven't seen us press like this in probably ever. I think because we have this German manager. I think since the first minute of the game before the Wolves game, we were just counter pressing to death, and that shows me these guys are bought into what he wants to do. So I think we should just be like secretly excited. I think my man of the match was Callum Hudson-Odoi. He's different. Like he's different. You can tell there's different energy about him now that Lampard's gone. So I'm happy about that, man. And honestly, top four is still on. If we can get a result today, it'll be great. I just want to say, listen, quickly before I go, man. I'm a Jorginho defender in it, so I'm going to say listen, if he performed well for 2 games, give him a chance in the Tottenham game. And if it still doesn't work out, that's it. He's not going to extend his contract, I don't think. So let's give him a chance, because I think every time he's played, we look like a different team, because what he does, he just progresses the ball. I know it's not fast enough, but if you think about it, every single chance we've had the last 2 games has come from him passing between the lines. So I'm happy about that, honestly. I hope
yeah, look, Sven, my thing with Jorginho is that it's not that I don't think he's good enough. It's that I feel like he could, like what he did today, which is very positive, which is getting the ball and playing it in between the lines. I want him to do that more, because I know he can do that. And in the past, he's been very comfortable in looking for the comfortable pass, which is two yards next to him, or to the closest player that's next to him. Yeah. And he's done that too much in the past. So it's good. It's good if Tuchel can get him the best out of him, and he's going to keep telling him, play forward, look forward. Then I'm cool. I don't hate him. I don't hate him.
No, I know you don't. Listen, I understand.
I just want to.
He's too slow. Yeah, he's too slow. He's quite weak.
It's the weakness, and it's also when you play against teams that are going to press you is when I want to see as well. Teams that have got a bit more about them in midfield. You got to bear in mind these 2 games that we played, they both sat
No block.
back and pinned them. They were pinned
Yeah.
back. They didn't really put press on
Yeah.
us. We had time on the ball to make passes, which we still had to do. Don't get me wrong. We've done it, but it's just different styles, if that makes sense. But bro, thank you for coming on, and
Thank you so
I'll
much,
talk to you
Alan,
again soon. Yeah,
bro.
appreciate it.
Take care, bro.
See you later, man. Take care. All right, let's get. Go on, Dan. What are you going to say?
No, I'll just say take care.
Yeah.
Cool, everything all
let's throw DJ Sajay. How you doing, my man? You all right?
Oh, I'm good, guys. How you all doing? You all right?
Yes, DJ, how you doing?
Nice to see your face.
Good?
Yeah, not bad, man. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Just really gassed about the result today, really. Thought we played really, really well.
Yeah.
My man of the match is definitely Callum Hudson-Odoi, by far. I thought he was our best player on the pitch today. I'll be honest with you, I was actually surprised about the lineup today, to be fair. But then I guess it proved right because both our fullbacks scored, didn't it? We can't complain.
They did. Yeah. And what do you think of Tuchel? How he's been so far? Are you impressed with him?
Yeah, I am. I have to say I am. I thought, obviously he was like the only manager that was literally around, obviously when we were looking. And I thought he was actually a good choice to make because he is I think what people got to remember, he's a good manager. All right, I know he's had his issues with boards and stuff like that, but the guy is a good manager and he's a winner as well. And I think if he can get us playing great until the end, well, gets to 4th, get a good cup running going and also a good Champions League, I think we've actually got a good chance. I think we've got a good season for this year. I really think we do.
Well, look, we're lucky that we're not. When you look at the table, even though it doesn't look pretty, if you look at the points difference from us and above,
sure.
it's not that big, is it? So there's a lot that we can still do and get back into it. So,
and the good thing, and the good thing about today is Leicester lost today, which is good.
I know.
West Ham are now playing. Great, mate. I'm actually looking forward to the rest of the season, bro. I tell you that now, honestly, I'm gassed. I really am gassed about today's result. Seriously.
I'm gassed. You're gassed. We're all happy. I'm more content. I want to see us against the bigger teams that are going to come out at us a bit and see how we go from there. But no, it makes a lot of sense. And we move on to Tottenham, and let's hope we can put in the same performance against them and give them a good slapping because we wait Tottenham, didn't we? So you know what I mean. But yeah, it is what it is. But DJ, so thanks for coming on, bro. Appreciate your support and time and that, and we'll catch up with you soon. Yeah, I think he's cut.
Yeah,
he's cut.
It's frozen.
He's cut, unfortunately. All right, let's get. Who we got? Oh God, who we got here? Oh yeah, let's get Stephen on quickly. Stephen, how you doing, mate? You all right?
Not bad, you?
Yeah, not bad, bro. Not bad. Did you watch the game?
I'm gonna be honest. No, not really. I saw bits of it.
Okay.
I think, but from the parts I saw, you can see where Tuchel's clearly exposed where Lampard was lacking.
Yeah.
In terms of his squad management, in terms of his tactics. I think Rory's probably still crying. So, right, good luck with that one. And but yeah, I think yeah. But I think yeah, and it's exactly why you lot are going to progress forward and challenge the top 4 in the long run. So, yeah, it's exactly what I expected from Tuchel. And Callum Hudson-Odoi, I'm glad that he's actually playing him and actually realising that he's one of their best players in that squad because he's been one of your best players of the season so far.
I agree, mate. I agree with that. And we move on to Tottenham on Thursday, so we have to see how that happens
please,
as well.
do me a favour, just beat the fuck out of him. Everyone just wants to beat Spurs.
Mm.
I know we can't, but at least do it like because we all hate them. Right, it all cheers us up. Right, Charles can come on here and start moaning. Right,
Stephen, thank you for coming on, bro. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, can I just also quickly say I don't know if Prime's there or not, but Prime, you're always my guy, and you'll always be on my channel, right? And you always have my support as always.
Cool. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, man. Take care of yourself, yeah? I'll see you in a bit.
Take care, Steve. Bye.
Bye. Sorry, guys, I'm having to fly through the call-ins today. It's just because, number one, I've got food sitting downstairs, and number two, I want to watch the football as well, as I'm sure you guys do as well. So, Alex, how you doing, man? What are you saying?
He's on mute at the moment.
Alex, you're on mute.
Yeah, sorry. I'll be quick. I just, I think today it was a good performance. I think, there's I think we knew that. I think he's still trying to understand his best team. I don't think he knows his best team yet. But the performance was good. A couple of things I took out of it. I think Mount looked really good. I think he picked up really interesting kind of. He played better in that position instead of Ziyech, where he kind of picked up pockets. I guess the only thing Mount needs to improve on is kind of his
shooting
product. Yeah,
Yeah,
there was a couple of times where he could have maybe, passed a bit quicker, but that comes with
Time.
That's normal. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and I think, look, I give credit to Jorginho today. I think he did look a bit more energetic today on the ball. He was hungrier today, I think, and
Yeah.
and also the one thing that pleased me a lot to see is that he actually won the ball back many times. I think I'd see him. You can tell there's been some kind of an effect on the team, and every time we lose the ball, there's always 3 or 4 or 5 players. There's always 3 or 4 or 5 players that kind of always want to
Win
win
the
the ball back.
Yes.
Which is good. You can really tell the amount of pressure compared to maybe when Lampard was
Yeah.
there. When we lost the ball, we always seemed that we could always get counted on. Now, every time we lose, there was never a count. It was actually brilliant. That's what pleased me the most.
One of the things that we are doing very well is we're winning the balls. We're winning the ball back in the right areas, because sometimes you can press and get caught, and then you're left back. You're left in trouble. But we don't. We seem to do it at the right time at the moment with him. So it's like we win the ball back in the right areas. But no, it's a great performance today. Is there anything else you want to say, mate? Before
I want to say I understand that there'll be other fans and say like, okay, this is kind of one of those things where a new manager comes in and there's a bit of a big bounce. But it's not just a big bounce. You can tell already what new things we are seeing in sense of like tactics. I understand, like some players, but now look, it was Burnley. Burnley are playing good at the moment, but bigger test yet to come, and we'll see how they get along with Tottenham.
All right, cool. No worries, my man. I'll talk to you in a bit. Yeah, thanks, Alex. Appreciate your support, man. See you later on, man. Cheers, mate. Bye. Right, 3 more people. Quickly throw through them. Will, what you saying, my man? You all right?
Yeah, you're right, Jem. You're right, everyone.
Not bad, bro. Not bad. Thank you.
I'm very happy with the game, but I agree I'm not going to get overconfident, because from a manager of Tuchel's level, I think we expect this win. It was dominant. Everyone did what they needed to do. Our press was great. Again, it's constructed a lot better than what it was under Lampard. We overloaded the right-hand side perfectly to get the goal. There's nothing more I could have asked of, really. Every player did their job.
Yeah, I agree. Are you looking confident going into the Spurs game now? Will you feeling a bit better about everything? Or
maybe not confident. That might not be the right word, but obviously I'm not as pessimistic as I would have been before with Lampard in charge. And I'm not even trying to throw shade on Lampard. He's a club legend. I don't really want to disrespect him more, but you can just tell the golfing class in quality between the coaches that we have.
Yeah.
That we have in Tuchel. So yeah, that's pretty much what I say about today's game.
Thank you, my man. I appreciate it, Will.
No problems.
Appreciate support always, man. Talk to you in a bit, yeah?
See you later, yeah.
Bye. Let's move on to London is Blue. What did you want to say, bro?
I just want to say that Thiago Silva is a baller. Man, he was my man of the match. Without him, I think we draw 1-1. That's how important I think he is to our team. Like, as good as Hudson-Odoi was, I think without Thiago Silva, he wouldn't be able to show his class, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And what about Tuchel? Are you happy with the appointment and how things are going with him at the moment? Or
I am. It's a good start. We got to remember the 2 teams he just played very low blocks. So, like, I wouldn't get too carried away with how dominant we looked. We have to. The true test will be against Tottenham, who are very good at counter-attacking.
Yeah.
As we all know.
I
So
agree,
if they don't have Harry Kane, and I'm not as worried about them, but it'll still be it'll be a hard game.
So I hear you, my man. Josie games are always hard, aren't they, to be fair? So I'm not expecting an easy game whatsoever, one way or the other. But we move on. But London is Blue, thank you for coming on, bro. Appreciate your support as well, man. I'll talk to you in a bit.
Right. Oh, yeah. Good channel, Jem. I like your channel.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you, my man. Thank you. I appreciate your support as well. It's nice having you on. Sorry I'm having a bit of a rush today. It's just because I've got loads going on outside as well. But I will be doing a fan calling show where we'll have a bit more time on Monday. So, yeah, watch out for that and you can come and join and have a longer say, yeah? We'll talk then.
Yeah.
All right, mate. See you later.
Yeah, bye.
Hassan, how you doing, my bro? You all right?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. What about you guys?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad.
Yeah.
Happy with a win for once. At least we ain't got a moan, have we? So, yeah, it's all good.
Don't worry, I'll make it quick in a while because I was going to say, I mean, today's game, as in, we did well. We got the clean sheet. We got 3 points. Now, it's to be honest, this weekend has been a perfect weekend because the results have gone our way. United, Arsenal drew, Leicester lost, and if West Ham and Liverpool draw, then we're straight back in the top 4 race. But obviously, today, Jorginho played well, surprisingly, as in, gotta give credit to that. Alonso played well as a wing back.
Yeah.
And the defense today was on point, considering that Burnley were crushing teams that are well above them. And they did have a chance today to really have a shot, barring the 93rd minute. And the only thing I want to add to is Jorginho is I just want the older Jorginho back, you know, the one that used to give like that one killer ball like every game and he used to ping it long and then give that striker that one-on-one chance. That's the older Jorginho I want to come back. Besides that, I think everyone's played well.
I hear you, bro.
And
I
that's
hear you,
all
and
I
I
can say.
agree. Are you excited with Tuchel? Are you liking what you're seeing with him?
Yeah. At the moment, like when he first came in, I was just like, is he gonna prove it? Is he proven, like really proven? But now, like I see the energy that's coming off him. I see how the players are getting along with him. So I think, in a way, it's put me in a good mood, and it's put me as a person like to fully back him because I was doubtful of Tuchel at first, but now he's got me like fully behind him.
Yeah, I appreciate it. No, I agree, Hassan. It's definitely times to look forward to. I am still sitting on the fence a little bit because we played 2 teams that sat back and allowed, not say allow us, but we had to break them down. And we didn't against Wolves, but we didn't lose. And we kept 2 clean sheets and we scored 2 goals today. So, yeah, I'm in a good mood. I hope we can just consistently pick up some form now. But other than that, I think I'm pretty much done. Hassan, is there anything else you want to say before I finish?
No, that's it. At the moment, you just want to go, and that's it. We just keep it like this.
No, that's fine, bro. I appreciate it. I'm going to do a fan call-in show on Monday, so you'll be all able to come on more and have a longer chat and stuff. At the moment, it's just 'cause I've got so much going on here at the moment as well. So, no, I appreciate it, man. Daniel, Hassan, Prime, thank you for all coming on. Appreciate your supports.
You know
as
me. I always back the manager, even if I don't like them or not, or if I'm not so sure about them. I'll always back him.
Yeah, I appreciate it. The Wicked.
So,
you can find me, Sophia, and ads in the description below. There's also the Discord channel there, which you can sign up to. Chelsea won. Yay. Let's hope we can go and smash Spurs on Thursday, and we move again very, very soon. So, yeah, guys, appreciate coming on. And thanks, man. Peace. Take care of yourselves. Have a good evening wherever you may do. And let's hope Liverpool and West Ham draw, I suppose. Draw will be better. Yeah. Peace. See you later, man. Bye.
Yeah.
It's like it's playtime and it's free time. In the dance, they have